You said one of the most interesting things I ever heard. You said that you didn't see your father smile. No, that you smiled. You said that you didn't smile because you came in the house one day and your father sees you smiling and he was like, what are you so happy about? And I promise you guys, I don't work for this movie, but there's a movie called Race, right? It's on Netflix. It's about Jesse Owens. I'm addicted to this running shit, so I'll be watching all the shit now. And I remember Jesse Owens' father being a figure just like that. Like, he didn't smile the whole time. And I started to think of the people in my neighborhood who actually did have fathers. Right. And most of the black fathers were, like you said, your high school coach was. They were kind of mean, but they were trying to teach us structure, and we didn't understand that. Was it like that in your household?
Well, first of all, I want to take, I'm glad you asked me that question because I want to take up for my father. Right. Because my father got flack when I said that.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I didn't realize until about 4 years ago, I thought my dad was the meanest motherfucker on the planet.
Right.
But my dad got beat with a bullwhip when he was young. My dad grew up on a farm, right? So
yeah, what's a bullwhip? I'm sorry.
A bullwhip, what they beat.
A whip. A
real fucking whip. That they beat bulls with.
They went to beat bull.
Right.
Okay, all right, cool.
And so if you think about it, in comparison to his life, he was soft on me.
Right.
So I just thought he was this brooding, just mean monster.
Right.
But what I figured out was that my dad knew what black men had to go through in life. And so he can coddle me if he want to and then put me out in them streets in Jackson, Mississippi, and I get ate the fuck up, right? So what my dad did was prepare his son, and all of these motherfuckers that criticize my father, look at who I am now.
Right.
Look at what I am now.
Right.
So why would you change anything about, I see black folks and always trying to adjust our culture, always trying to go into our future. That shit ain't working.
Right.
That shit ain't working with our kids. And then we always talk about the Bible. We say spare the rod and quicken the child to the grave.
Right.
You can't spare the rod. Right. And what's happening with our children is that we are taking the, you don't take the pain out of your child's life, you take the danger out of your child's life.
Right.
Y'all, it used to make me so upset because all my friends loved my father. He would laugh at them and play games with them and shit. And then as soon as I leave, I like, Dad, why are you laughing with them? My dad say, them ain't my motherfucking kids. I don't care what the fuck they do. They can ruin their life if they want to. Think your shit sweet. This life ain't sweet. You know what I'm saying? And no lie, Nori, I remember one time, and I want to tell the story for here because people may have not seen The Breakfast Club. I was about 10 years old and I walked into the house laughing. You know how kids are just happy. Kids just be happy just for the sake of being happy. The sun is shining, I'm happy. I walked in the house and my dad said, what the fuck you happy for? Why are you smiling? He said, I pay all the bills and I'm not happy, so why the fuck are you happy? And I stopped smiling. I ain't bullshitting. I really didn't smile. Think about the David Banner album. Y'all didn't see me smiling till my third But also, people don't think about this. Jackson, Mississippi was the murder capital of the United States during that time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we were a smaller town. So in other cities, you could go a month or two without seeing your enemies. Where we from?
Let me ask you, because that was something that I brought up earlier before you had came on the run. That was something I wanted to actually ask you about because, we know that was the murder capital, but was that racially infused, or was that gang on gang? Is it black on black? Like when it was the murder capital?
Well, I'll say this, bro. The thing I tell people about Mississippi all the time is, if I had to pick a white person on this earth to fuck with, it would be Mississippi white folk. Because Mississippi white folks, if they love you, they'll die for you. If they hate you, they'll try to kill you. It's unlike these other cities, like, bro,
like you know where they stand.
Yeah, you be around a white dude working with them, and then this motherfucker been stealing your pension. You 80 years old and your money gone. And you thought that was the homie. At least in Mississippi, a motherfucker, like, there were lines. I even knew this from selling my CDs. There were lines in Mississippi, lines of demarcation where white kids didn't go past. If your music wasn't in certain stores, past that line, they just wasn't going past that line. And if you saw white people past that line, then you knew that they fucked with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in Mississippi, like, I really didn't deal with that racist shit that people were talking about. Motherfuckers, I heard the white boys in North Mississippi up close, you know, was a little bit different. But where we from, like, black folks ran that shit. We ain't had no problems. We ain't had no problems with white folks at all. You know what I'm saying? Well, I had never seen no Ku Klux Klan, like, in guard. You know what I'm saying? Because black folks was about their shit. We had been through enough.
But you see them in Walmart.
Not in guard.
Well, they were not in guard. You probably seen them all over.
They weren't out the closet in Walmart.
But what I will say, man, is that I think what happened with Jackson, Mississippi, you know, you had the migration lines, you know, through the Mississippi River and the trains. So we were so deeply connected and so deeply rooted in Chicago. So, like, you know, our parents would move to Chicago. Like, me and my mother were different. Most people didn't know this. Like, my mother was born in Mississippi, raised in Chicago. And it was the exact opposite for me, you know? And so when somebody would get in trouble in Chicago, they would send them to their grandma. You know what I'm saying? When we wanted to see a better life, we would move up to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
That's crazy.
Think about it, y'all.
Crazy how that sound. Person from Mississippi looks at Chicago.
Those of you all who've seen Sinners, that's what the whole story was about.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
All right.
Make sure y'all go see it.
Yeah.
3-4 times.
We got him coming. Ryan Googler. Ryan Googler.
We'll tell him in his next Mississippi movie to make sure he
includes you.
Yeah.
Goddamn it. Me too.
Or somebody from Mississippi.
I can make a Mississippi accent. So let me ask you. Bouncing around all over the place, right? Somebody said, somebody was being funny earlier, and they was like, imagine David Banner with Dr. Umar, right? Like, have you ever met Dr. Umar?
Me and Dr. Umar went on a speaking tour. It was sold out.
Okay.
It was called Three Kings.
Okay.
Yeah.
You, Umar, who else?
It was me, Dr. Umar, and who else was it? It's so funny to me, man, like, and I'll say this. One of the things that I do dislike in Black Power is that shit is almost like the rap game. Like, I don't care what religion people believe in. I don't care how people believe that we can get to freedom. Let's just get to freedom. I don't think that Malcolm and Martin had to fucking compete with each other.
Right.
Sometimes you need the gun. Sometimes you need the peace. Why can't we commingle if we really want to see people free? Like, I don't give a fuck people's theories on how black people can be liberated. Black and brown people can be liberated. If we got a foot in our ass, we got a foot in our ass. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at white oppression, it comes by air, it comes through the ground, it comes through the water.
Land.
Through land. That's what I'm saying. Look at the army. So why can't we have different facets of liberation? Right. So I love what we all do, man. I don't have no problem with nobody, man.
I like Dr. Umar, like when he'd be like, no more snow bunnies. He's going. What did you think about that with Shannon? Did you hear what happened with Shannon Sharp?
I don't really care who nobody fucking. I think that's the lamest shit in the world, man. Like, bro, we look at the tariffs and look at what's going on with our food,
bigger
bro.
Geopolitical things.
It's so much shit that's going on in our communities, man. I don't give a fuck who somebody's having sex with, bro. I just, you know. And so for me, man, like, for us to concentrate on that so much, and I want to tell you all this. This is something that I was watching, and it was led to my spirit for me to say to you all, because I consider you two my friends.
That's right. Let's go.
I don't consider too many motherfuckers my friends.
Let's go.
Is you all got so successful so fast, but the difference between you and other people and Wallow and Gilly are very similar. Is that you all controlled y'all power. You know. So they have us chasing numbers, and they have us chasing things that we never have to chase because you all accrued your power on your own. So you don't have to get any more popular than you are. Just stay true to the people. Because sometimes I see people, once they get really famous, they don't know where else to go, so they start doing corny shit. They start doing shit that ain't in their spirit. Y'all are rooted in the people. Y'all are rooted in the culture. Nori, I talked about that this morning about you. This man called me. He don't never call me when it's time to make some money. But when the revolution runs, Nori called me. Nori called me and Nori say, Banner, the rap game needs a motherfucking union. We need to figure out. We sat on the fucking phone for 2.5 hours, literally trying to figure out how we can get a union, right?
Yeah.
And so, bro, those are the types of things that we do. Hold on, man. Let me see that.
You want Dave Bannon ain't gonna smoke one of these. Come on now.
I'm gonna take one with me, though. they ain't gonna know what I did with it, but, you know what I'm saying? but y'all stay rooted in what's powerful to you all, man. You all came up with an idea, bro. Even think about it, man. For you all to get some people to drink who may not drink, they gonna say some shit that they normally wouldn't say on TV.
Right.
Bro, that's fucking genius.
But I love everything you just said. But I wanna let people who know who just probably caught your speech mid-speech. This is about giving people their flowers, man. Like, really what it is there's been people that me and EFN has been even more successful than. We bow down and we humble ourselves and we give people their flowers because in this game, I sincerely believe if you was famous for 2 years, if you was famous for 3 years, and especially let alone who we interview, if you famous for 10 years, and you can still have a head on your shoulders, you really do deserve your flowers. You really, like I said this playing around, and I named a record Super Thug, and I tested on this earlier, but like if you been famous in this rap game for 10 years, you are a superhero. You are a version of it. You know what I'm saying?
And not just famous. If you were a pioneer, especially or someone that worked on the ground, that we know was 90s, foundational.
When it was hard to get on and when it was time to get on, like I sincerely believe that this is my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I could give a person their flowers and tell them, listen, man, I want to give it to you while you can smell them, your thoughts while you can think them, and your drinks while you can drink them. You know what I mean? Because the thing with us, what we said is, it's never going to take away from us for us to give people their just due.